jump in, Carolina?
Sure.
Shall I?
Please, who's the honor?
I have the thumbs up from my fearless leader, the incredible Carolina Cabronero. And I have to say, I do have to give a shout out, although she'll be very angry with me for doing so. I have to give an incredible shout out to Carolina for just being a hero through this process. I mean, everybody in this Zoom room, by definition, is a hero, but Carolina has particularly just carried this every step of the way and been such an inspiration and grace personified every step of the way. So really so grateful to Carolina. So just very, very briefly, I'm Camille Zamora. I have the honor of being with you all today, and I'm a soprano, and together with my dearest friend at Juilliard, founded an organization called Sing for Hope. I see we have one of our incredible august board members here, Garance Choco. And Sing for Hope is an artist Peace Corps. We do a lot of fun things, including putting artist design pianos in the parks and public spaces. We like to think of ourselves as kind of artivism in musical form. So with no further ado, I want to just start off with a very quick couple of words, and then I'm going to hand it over to the larger group. But I'm a big fan of quoting people wiser than myself. So if I may, I wanted to share a few words from some of the artists who most inspire me. El arte lava del alma, el polvo de la vida cotidiana. El arte lava del alma, el polvo de la vida cotidiana. Pablo Picasso. Art washes from the soul the dust of daily life. Pablo Picasso. To be an artist is to believe in life. Henry Moore. I'm interested in pushing for the role of culture to have an equal place at the table with politics and economics. Yo-Yo Ma. El arte más poderoso de la vida es hacer del dolor un talismán que cura. El arte más poderoso de la vida es hacer del dolor un talismán que cura. Frida Kahlo. The most powerful art in life is to make of pain a talisman that cures. So with those words of our august forebears, I want to hand it over to the group and just say it has been a profound honor and joy to convene with you all during this strangest of years. You know, I think this last year has hatched so much pain, but it has also hatched some wonderful things, and Artivism is one of the things that it has hatched, and this will continue for many years to come. And of course, today we're going to be very excited to be announcing the Artivism Award, which Sing for Hope is honored to promote. But I just want to say once again, thank you to everyone in this room for being part of the bright news in my life over this last year, and onward, Artivism. Thank you.
Thank you so, so much, Camille. That was beautiful.
All.
I love those quotes. And I think it's something we need to hear, be reminded of, especially after this bizarro year that I don't know how we got through. Welcome to everyone for today's end of the semester Artivism initiation. Initiation, not a cult. Before our inaugural event back in February, I spoke a bit about art as a form of human expression, how it has the power to open minds, to encourage empathy, to breed understanding, and to move people to question the status quo and to fight for change. It's toppled dictators and inspired revolutions, raised voices and saved lives, given power to the powerless, and purpose and direction to billions of people around the world. Such modes of expression are more important than ever as we've encountered the turbulent third decade of the 21st century. By using art as an innovative medium for awareness, the artivists and student ambassadors featured in our series became advocates, challenging the biggest issues of our time, from sculptures addressing systemic racism to murals celebrating Indigenous communities. Public art is making a real-world social impact that deserves to be celebrated. We were humbled and thrilled when Adelphi alumna Carolina Cambronera-Varela and Jennifer Govan, Library Director and Senior Librarian at the Teachers College, Columbia University, invited us to work with them on this interdisciplinary multi-institutional collaboration. The initiative, Artivism, Art for Social Transformation, builds upon the ideas posed by the book Illuminations of Social Imagination, Learnings from Maxine Greene, co-edited by Adelphi faculty Courtney Lee Wida and Dolapo Adeniji Neal, as well as Carolina, our own Carolina. This book, in turn, was inspired by an an event that featured the visual arts exhibition Brave Spaces, where you, me, and we meet, curated by Allison Peller and Brianna Zimmerman at the Offutt Gallery, and the interdisciplinary panel discussion, Liberating Imagination Through Artistic Activism. Several of the artistic authors featured in this book presented during the spring session of Artivism. More will present in coming semesters. The initiative serves as a platform for these artivists and student ambassadors to share their work, to inspire and to challenge the audience to engage their sociological imagination, to see the world with fresh eyes. Through multimodal events, presenters have shown how art, research, community outreach, and other creative endeavors serve as a means to transform the status quo. Over the past semester, participants had the opportunity to engage with community activists, faculty, staff, alumni, and students from Adelphi, Columbia, our newest partner, Sing for Hope, and other institutions in the region. To see the full listing of past and future events, please go to the Artivism website. Finally, I'd like to thank those responsible for making the series happen. First and foremost, Carolina, who is a force of nature, whose passion and inspiration kept us all going through an incredibly difficult semester. On the Adelphi side, none of this could have been pulled together without the incredible hard work and dedication of Adjunct Professor Argie Agelarakis, Sarah Avery, our logistic coordinator in the sociology department, and Dr. Inés Archer in the Department of Languages and Cultures. I'd also like to thank Jenna Ventura, a graphic design student in the art department who worked tirelessly in creating and editing the initial series logo. All of the talented and thoughtful student ambassadors from 9 different units and departments on campus, Associate Dean Maggie Lally and Dean Vincent Wang in the College of Arts and Sciences for all their support, as well as the web team, communications, outreach representatives who continue to work with us in arranging the website and getting the word out to the community. I'd like to conclude this introduction with one of my favorite quotes from anthropologist Margaret Mead: "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has." I'm delighted to introduce Dr. Inés Mónica Archer.
Hello, everybody. And in this occasion, I need to say thank you, Carolina, for this incredible initiative. Thank you, Stefan, Argie, for amazing work. And Sarah, I think is the best group team for this war idea, the Artivism. We love, help, support, transform society. And thank you for everybody as a part of this family, the Artivism. And we collaborate for create promotion, create a society more dynamic, more human for everybody. And thank you for always have confidence in any of us for this, any of these events. Carolina, you are the best and have incredible admiration, and you work and the most honest person to meet in my life. Really, I am happy of this family. Thank you to everybody. I'm really happy with this event. Thank you.
Okay. Well, thank you all for allowing me to be part of this team. It's been a very enlightening, inspiring, exciting few months. It's kept us all very, very busy. I loved meeting everyone and listening to everybody's initiatives. I love hearing the stories between the collaborators that are now, between the presenters that are now collaborating, and all the great things that they're looking forward to doing. I loved the whole Student Ambassador Initiative, which is an amazing aspect of this initiative. We started with just a very simple landing page at Adelphi University, which gave us the space to promote our events. We then created a logo or a a brand of sorts. And then an Instagram account where we post each of the flyers prior to the events. Next. So what I will be talking about just very, very briefly is our spring 2021 presenters and the flyers associated with them. Our first presentation, the opening was, it was opened with Dr. Stephanie Lake and Cynthia Tobar, our amazing student ambassador, Olivia Maybe, who was a studio art major. We then moved on to Jazz for Justice, top musicians paying it forward with Alina Bloomgarden and her amazing Moti team. That event was just, gave me goosebumps. We moved on to an alum, Julian McBride. His presentation was on the reflections of war. Kathleen Beatty, communications and criminal justice major. The next one, March 8th, was Bake Back America, where we met these amazing young people who took the initiative to create their own program. Anywhere from art classes to baking. They were just amazing. They presented their little videos. I could say they put a lot of us to shame because they did such a great job with all that they did. Our student ambassador was Erin Meckelhone. She was a dance major, business minor, and at the Honors College. And what I want to point out here as we're going along is look at all of these students and their majors. They are interdisciplinary in every way. We moved on to Reimagining Human Rights with Arte, Marissa Gutiérrez-Vicario, Holly Solomon, studio art major, and then Cinema of Dreams with Carly Roberts, Rowan McKiernan, who is a poet, an amazing poet, and a criminal justice major, and then, okay, sorry, I'll move on. After those initial flyers, we realized let's do something and just kind of spice up our social media, keep it going, get interest generated, have people follow us. So we began posting a what you missed, which highlights phrases or keywords that the speakers or audience mentioned. So this was Cinema of Dreams, Carly Roberts. The first one previously was the announcement of, and then the what you missed. Then was mine, interdisciplinary, what was it? The power of art in academia, right? Anna Morris, an art major, was my student ambassador, where I got to meet her before we discussed what my work involved. She introduced me just like all ambassadors do. Next, we have Sing for Hope and What You Missed, and you could see we have quotes: new norm, self-worth, start where you are, arts for all. Nurjahan Khan, studio arts major. We then moved on to Indigenous Poetry in Women's Voices by our own Dr. Archer from Adelphi University, the Languages Department. Catherine Salcido, International Studies, was her ambassador. Arturo O'Farrell, Jazz as Global Citizenship. He had a lot to say, and we had a lot to say, and he had many speakers and videos, so that's why his is just full. Virtual Birdland Project, Music Without Borders, Interspecies Jam, which was interesting because the interspecies, I believe, was a donkey. Afro-Americans music, We Will Get There, We Will Get There, We Will Get There. And The Wall Built to Divide Us was transformed to Something That Unites Us. And his ambassador was Gwyneth Fernandez. We had our own Hannah Allen Smith, photography at Adelphi University, and her Borderlands book. It was a fold-out book. I don't remember how long it was, but it was very long. It's on exhibit at the Adelphi Galleries if anybody would like to go see it. Tamara Bernstein, studio art major, was her ambassador. We had Dr. Stephanie Lake and the Clothesline Project. It's been going on at Adelphi, I believe, for over 12 years. And Dr. Lake can correct me. Despite the very, very windy and cold and seasonally cold day, we did have students come. We had them working and hanging and designing their own t-shirts. Nicole Fabian Pena, criminal justice, psychology major, double major, and forensic anthropology minor. Laura Anderson Barbata, Nicole Fabian Pena, criminal justice, psychology again, forensic anthropology minor, gave us an amazing presentation of her work and her initiative, The Meaning of Indigo. Would you teach me? If I teach you, what can you teach us in exchange? And I believe this has become our Artivism initiative's motto as well. This reciprocity. We are bringing our presenters to this forum, giving them a platform to speak, but we are also asking them in return, what can you do for our community, for our students, right? Provide them with opportunities, an internship. What can you do for our other presenters, like Felicia's Promise, who is here, Felicia Fenrose, like Luisaida, Alejandro Torres, who is here, these little organizations who can use the support of others. Just a quick shout out to Ms. Barbata. She has an exhibition at the MoMA, Transversal Orientations. Hers is on June 3rd from 9 to 11 o'clock in the morning. You need to pre-register. And please, Ms. Barbata, if you're here, when we finish, if you can tell us a little bit about this. And Ms. Barbata, too, is so kind to make herself available to students that are willing to work alongside with her. And the last one was the Deaf Music documentary. Melanie Rosa Chavez, Communication, Science and Disorders, Spanish major, and Livermore Global Scholars. Yiru Chen was just an amazing young woman. You want to get goosebumps and be inspired. She has several videos up on Vimeo. If you Google her, you will find them. And now I will give the floor back to next. Oh, I'll finish up with this. Our Instagram account. You have visual artwork, little TikTok videos. Please tag us, follow us, share our hashtag, which is Artivism for Shared Humanity. Upload your works, your announcements, your initiatives, whatever you have, just inspire others and tag us, and we will promote you as well. So now, Dr. Archer, you could tell us a little bit about the fall 2021 poster design.
I like to, is here Claudia? No. In the group, Claudia, you're here?
Hello, Mónica. Hello, everybody.
Hi. I'd like to introduce a Claudia Cartuche. She's professor en la Universidad Técnica Particular de Loja. She's the mentor to amazing students working together in this project for the next semester, designs the posters. And this initiative born in the team. And I love the Claudia, please explain us how work with the students, how the students happen for this project. And the other amazing thing is this collaboration between university, between professionals, between students, open opportunities for integrate and really have amazing experience when work with the students, motivate to the students, and everybody are happy with this in this participation. And Claudia, thank you for the time. Thank you for this. You put a hard passion for this. Please explain in Spanish a little about how many students, how came the ideas with the students, and explain the story about this project and the entradas.
Hi, everybody. I am feel proud with my students about the work. Thank you, Adelphi University, through Mónica Sarmiento, Argie, Carolina. It's a great job. I'm going to explain in Spanish and I hope to translate.
Yo traduzco con gusto.
Ya. Thank you, Carolina. Bien, muchas gracias en primer lugar por toda la apertura hacia nuestros estudiantes de la UTPL, de la carrera de Artes Visuales, para que ellos puedan exponer sus ideas acerca del artivismo y de la transformación social a través del arte.
First of all, I would like to thank everyone for this opportunity, for having the students of the UTPL at Ecuador work on this initiative and design the poster and sharing their ideas about Artivism and what everything else is going on here in society.
Me gustaría dar una visión general con respecto a los trabajos que los estudiantes realizaron.
I would like to share a bit of a general idea of the works that the students made for this initiative.
Y su relación con el artivismo y la transformación social desde su práctica artística.
And we're going to see that through the lens of Artivism and their artistic practice.
Tenemos el trabajo de Stephanie Satama. No sé si sea preciso, Mónica, que se haga nombre por nombre o lo puedo hacer de formato general. ¿Cómo lo ves?
En general hablemos de todos y luego ya vamos centrando.
Como estudiantes de artes, estamos convencidos que la transformación a través del arte es una iniciativa que es posible y puede generar cambios en nuestra sociedad.
As art students, we believe that change can be made through art, particularly for our society and also within ourselves for the future, you know.
Nos gustaría de alguna manera que se comprenda en estas propuestas o en estos proyectos la visión que tiene cada uno de los artistas con respecto a lo que siente desde el arte, desde su forma de entender el arte. Por ejemplo, la puerta abierta, los pinceles, las comunidades a través de estas propuestas de tipografía.
So as you will see in the posters, each student's voice comes through with the open door, with the cities, with the type of font that they use, the graphics, all of that is telling their artistic practice in a visual format to translate into Artivism.
Y finalmente me gustaría agradecerles a los estudiantes que se encuentran aquí. Muchísimas gracias por acompañarnos, a los chicos de la UTPL por acompañarnos esta tarde y también invitarlos a continuar en esta transformación y en este cambio. Muchísimas gracias a Mónica, a usted, Carolina, a las personas que están detrás de todo este magnífico proyecto. Nosotros nos encontramos realmente agradecidos y yo muy orgullosa de mis estudiantes.
So she would like to thank all the UTPL students that are here. Shout out to all of them. Thank you for coming to the party. And Ms. Cartuche would like to say that she's very proud that she is so honored to have this opportunity where we can see the work from the students that work so hard and so with so much dedication to produce these posters. And she would also like to thank the team, the Artivism team, all of us here present, because all of you in the audience are also part of the team. So thank you for that from us and from Ms. Cartuche, the professor at the UTPL, the university in Ecuador, that is the coordinator and the mentor of all the work that you see on your screen now. So all the students of the UTPL, shout out for you as well, and your professor and mentor.
I do want to add that these will be added to our Instagram account one at a time over the next month and a half. And sometime in July, we will have the selected poster. That will be the poster for the fall. And we thought it was better for each of these students to acknowledge their hard work, to have each one of them presented along with the one that was selected. So thank you. They worked very hard and we wanted to acknowledge them and honor them.
So now we'll move along to the next session of our party today. Can I see you all? Come on, let's rip it up. Are you having a good time? Come on, there we go, there we go. We're going to pass along to the Artivist Award Committee, and please take the floor.
Hello. Can you see me?
Yes.
Where are the others?
Yes.
Where's the rest of the
Hi.
committee? Hey,
Hi,
guys.
Erini. Hello, everyone. Buenas tardes a todos y bonjour à tous.
Oh,
Bonjour, buenas tardes.
bonsoir, bonsoir.
Hoy, ¿cómo va?
Bien, gracias. And I know that I saw Alexander, who is
Yes, I saw him
here.
somewhere.
He is,
Yeah.
yes.
Hi. Hi, Alexander. Hello, everyone.
Yes.
From Paris, New York.
Ecuador, New York, Greece. Hey, there we go, everybody. Just before a quick second, just to here do a little message for all of our candidates that put in a proposal for this award. Please be ready that if your name is called, you're going to take the floor and talk about your proposed project for about 5 minutes, please. Okay, and also while we're on this, all of our presenters that are here also present, please, during our roundtable discussion, if you could share your takeaway from your presentation, start thinking about that as well, please. Thank you.
Okay,
Garance, why don't you start? Oh, sorry.
you want to start, Irini?
I was saying Garance will start. Maybe.
No, I will just do a very quick, comment. It was, first of all, a pleasure, a privilege, and an honor to review all of your projects. I was blown away by their sophistication and their creativity and their acuteness, and so I wanted to thank you for that. Also, it was a joy to get to meet Alexander and Erini and work with them. We had a lot of fun working on that together. So I thank you personally for giving me this opportunity. I don't know if I have to present myself really fast. I'm happy to. And then I will pass the mic to Erini, because woman first, and then Alexander. So I'm actually representing Sing for Hope. I've had the pleasure to be on their board of director for some years. But in my other life, I'm the CEO of Coda Societies. I'm a musician as well, as you can see. I just, putting it out there. But so Coda Societies help countries and regions rethink their social and physical infrastructure for equity. So I'm in a similar business as yours, in the sense of I believe that society must evolve and should evolve and promote equity for all. And so, yes, so that's me. And I'm passing the mic to the wonderful Erini.
Thank you, Garance. Thank you, everyone, for allowing us to be part of this project. First of all, everyone here is wonderful. I've met only great people. I was very happy to be on this committee with Alexander and Garance, and we took the time to discuss everything in several meetings. We thought that all the projects were very, very well thought thoroughly. It's very difficult to make a choice, so I hope nobody holds it against us, but we had to come up with one. We had to study the feasibility of the projects. We had to study how and why we would, choose one over the other. So it was a very long discussion. We took into consideration what is dear to the Artivism project altogether, what is in the core of this project, and also what is, how this project will be carried on in the future. Everybody was great. Myself, I am a visual artist. I run Occupy Art Project together with a French institute in 3 countries, so Greece, France, and the United States, which will happen again next year. And I'll be part of a panel through Artivism in October, so you'll learn more about it then. Right now, I'm in Paris. It is very gray and rainy, as Garance might know.
Yes.
And I will pass the mic to Alexander.
Yeah, thank you so much, Irini. I'm Alexander Sorokin. I'm a neurobiologist by training. I have a PhD in developmental neuroscience, and I've worked many years as a neurophysiologist and child psychiatry, so like worked clinically and had research positions in different countries. And I still have a couple of clinical and university affiliations, but my focus shifted onto museum accessibility. So my research field was autism. And so in the last couple of years, we've developed programs for museums and art galleries to be more acceptable to people with developmental disorders, with autism, with dementia, and so on and so forth. And I will be talking about that in September, I guess. So thank you for being, for inviting me, being part of this family. When they invite you to be on a award committee, you say yes. Well, because you respect these people, you respect the cause, you are interested, you want to learn these proposals a little bit better. But you know, you would hate yourself because like at some point you will have to make a decision like, which is difficult. So when they invite you to talk in the ceremony, you say yes, 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 because it's your like last chance to explain yourself. And congratulations to everybody. Like all proposals were great. And I think it won't be a huge secret if I reveal that the winner or the recipient of the award actually wasn't on the top of each of our personal selections. So when we started this discussion, so it only shows how wonderful all proposals were. And please don't take it as a discouragement if you haven't received this prize. It's the world. We are bleeding agenda. We are bleeding wonderful projects we want to implement. The resources will ever be scarce. It's part of our professional and personal expertise to write these proposals and to go on. And we chose one proposal, which we will announce in a second, which spoke to us because it implemented the spirit of Artivism very well, that it had a very founded explanation why art is important to solve this social problem. It had a well-defined target group, and again, it had this potential to be replicated elsewhere. So we wish this project a lot of success and hope that this path will be replicated elsewhere. And one more thing which was dear to us was the emerging quality of this project. So, you know, there are a lot of grants and other projects where they go like, we'll give you money if someone else gives you money. We didn't want to be like this committee. So we wanted to support a project that already has achieved something, but like is looking into the future. And now I'm saying this all, and to some extent, it also applies to all projects like that were submitted. So congratulations to all, but especially to, I don't know, how should we announce it? Irina, should we show the number of the proposal?
How do we do that, my friend? Erin, I'm happy.
I don't know. Carolina only knows. I mean, we don't know the name of the candidate.
We only know the number.
But I have the name. I have the title of the project in front of me. So I'm
okay. Go ahead, Garance.
Please
go ahead.
That
shows you how blind this committee was.
Yes. Okay. And so the project that we selected for this award is Donde Puede Ir? Searching for Home. So congratulations.
Wow.
And so Cynthia, you are the face behind the project. And the topic of displacement, you know, is hyper-local, but it's also universal. So thank you for that. It is very relevant today. So here you go, and congratulations.
Thank you very much. Wow. Thank you, everyone. Wow, you managed to make a very surprise. This is very surprising. This is very surprising because everyone, I'm so impressed by all the participants and everyone's work who's participated in this initiative so far. So I'm very humbled, very, very humbled, very, very grateful. Thank you. Wow, I'm really touched. So this project, Donde Puedo Ir? Searching for Home, my home community is in Bushwick, Brooklyn. And Bushwick is one of the most, features much of the most diverse neighborhoods and populations in the city with a very vibrant art scene. but it's been significantly impacted by this pandemic. And that's why we came up with an idea, me and my collaborator, Luis de Elias, who is a Venezuelan expatriate, who is also a resident here in Bushwick, between me, first generation Ecuadorian American, talking about these issues around Latinidad, but then also thinking about capturing these oral histories of folks within our community, Latinx residents, facing displacement due to housing insecurity, political turmoil that happens in our countries, most predominantly in Latin American countries, socioeconomic instability, and thinking about setting the interviews to the music that Luis is going to compose, so that we're hoping this can be a venue for increasing levels of empathy in the community, as well as showcasing Bushwick's strengths and Latinx strengths, which is diversity and soul. So, like I said, the project's going to consist of us creating these musical works created around the oral history testimonies that I'm going to be collecting to capture the immediacy of displacement that's affecting and targeting specifically Latinx residents in the neighborhood. And our hope is that we can share this in person by the end of the year with our community. Everyone is invited. We would love to have this recorded as well for folks who are overseas who cannot travel, but we do welcome and we do anticipate, with a lot of anticipation and joy, we anticipate a time where we can all meet together face to face again. So we could share this, the product of this work with our community, and share those, validate those stories that will be accompanied by a digital exhibit that we're hoping will highlight the narratives of displaced Latinx communities in the neighborhood. And so this award is going to permit us to put up the costs for the digital exhibit website that will be accompanying all this work. So thank you very, very, very much. Yeah, thank you. No words. Mm-hmm.
I would like to take the floor for a second, first to thank our Artivism community, our family here, all of you present. Ms. Jennifer Govan from Goddessman's Libraries, for being such, as I always say, your trust engenders opportunities, and those opportunities lead to dignified lives. So think about that, the trust that you're putting on someone and how that multiplies to things like this. So thank you, Ms. Govan, for that. And that opened the way for a marvelous team that we have now here with us, that is Professor Agelarakis, Dr. Archer, Dr. Lake, Sarah Avery, so many people from Adelphi University that have been a ground-based, solid force to continue pushing this forward, and Sing for Hope, that is also part of the collaborators for Artivism, the power of art to transform society. As you saw now here, we also have an Artivist community and an Artivist committee that just selected a winner, among so many others that all of us are winners here, because as you heard, they were all very strong projects. So we hope that perhaps through our network, some other opportunities might come up, that then those proposals might be sponsored through those ways as well. So this is just the beginning for all of us. I am humbled to be part of this group. Thank you for your light and for being in such trust for Artivism, and for your inspiration and passion to change society, to make that change in your communities, in yourself, for a better world. And now we open up the floor for the party.
Are we day drinking?
It's evening in Paris.
Oh, it's evening somewhere. It's after 5 somewhere. Oh, I see Dean Lally's on. Thank you, Dean Lally, for all your support this semester. It's been amazing to have you checking in with us almost every week. And the College of Arts and Sciences supported us throughout this project, and we couldn't be more thankful for your guidance and support.
I'm jumping in because I will have to run. So I want to say thank you to everyone. Congratulations, Cynthia. Good luck with everything.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Carolina, I hope that we stay in touch. And Alexander and Erini, well, you know that you have a friend in me. So I
Yes.
cannot wait to see you soon. And congratulations to all of you. And yes, good luck. Happy summer.
Thank you, Garros.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
We also have our wonderful student ambassadors here. So now it's part to exchange, interact. Please let us hear your thoughts. Thank you for UTPL to be here present with us today. Weren't they so wonderful posters?
Woohoo!
That's going to be an excellent kickoff for the fall semester, as the spring one was with Llena Ventura. So we're keeping in a line of network building, community building, just a lot of energy and good vibes to everybody as we progress in this hope for changing the world, right?
Yeah, I see Melanie's here and Anna's here, two of our student ambassadors. Thank you guys. And thank you guys for showing up even after, I mean, I think you're all done for the semester, but thank you. I know this is a difficult time for you to, for you all to Zoom in with us. So we appreciate your energy and your enthusiasm and your talent. And you guys helped to make this an amazing semester.
Right. Everyone, thank you.
Thanks for letting us be a part of it. It's been really cool.
Well, we didn't speak about the Fall Arts Festival at Adelphi, right? Maybe just a little bit, where Irini will also be present. It will be a roundtable discussion. We want students to participate. You'll be receiving emails from us, you know, as we get closer to the event.
Yep, it is all about building the students as well, like that network. So we're looking for people that could be part of the pre-planning, during planning, post-planning, and getting as many people on campus involved, perhaps so many options. So just reach out to us, see what you would like to do with the Fall Arts Festival, Artivism Roundtable, segment of it, or overall. And we'll take it from there, definitely, yes.
And Carly Roberts will also be there in person.
Yep.
We all
Very excited.
Yes, yes.
Melanie, you're not graduating, are you?
No, I'm graduating next May.
Oh, good. Okay, and we have Anna for another semester, so.
Yes, and Anna. Is Miss Barbata here? Maybe she'd like to speak about the MoMA exhibit?
Is she here?
I'm here.
You are.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Buenas tardes. Congratulations to everyone. It's very inspiring to be here with all of you and to see this great work. And thank you. And the MoMA event is how do I describe it? It's actually not an exhibition, but I'm giving a talk on a project that I am working on right now that has to do with justice, and it addresses violence, like a project Intervention Indigo, which was in protest to violence by the police towards people of color and the brutal murders in this country and around the world. This one addresses gender violence, and it's called, the project is called Intervención Cochinilla, and it's a project in process, and I have never ever done this, to talk about something that's not more formed and doesn't have like, but you will see, if you are able to attend, you can see the process and how one thing led me to another to work in this project. Of course, it comes from a style of working, but how the thinking behind it was developed. And I can put in the chat the link if I find it here. You're very kind to share this with me. I appreciate it so much. I have something also coming up in it's Red Hook. In Red Hook too. Okay, here. So MoMA link I send in the chat. And I hope you can join us. It's free and there are several panels and each one requires its own registration. There we go.
Ah, there it is.
So much. Thank you for this opportunity, and I wish you all great success. And Cynthia, muchas felicidades por tu premio, muy bien recibido. Y a Carolina, gracias. Thank you.
Would like to, no, it's our pleasure, Ms. Barbada. Thank you very much always for your support. I'll take this second here to announce that in our landing page, we're working on a tab where you can send in related events, and we'll put them there. So it will serve as a platform to connect more the network of talks and ideas towards this topic of art as a tool for social transformation. If you also have opportunities for internships for students, please also reach out to us, because the point here is it doesn't matter where you are in your life, we all have what it needs within us to make that change. So let's just build that network where we can support each other and keep making this a reality, not just an idea. I'd like to take a second here, if we have any of the students from the UTPL, if they want to come on board and just shout out their professor, their project, what was the process like creating that poster, please unmute yourselves and share with us that process.
Danny, you like to participate? Danny, speak about your poster. Speak in Spanish, no problem, everybody here. Traduction. Sí. Danny o Raphaella.
Sí, bueno.
Ya.
Un momentito, por favor. Bueno, principalmente, quiero agradecer, por esta oportunidad a usted, Inés, a la docente Claudia, por esta oportunidad que nos han regalado a cada uno de nosotros.
So first of all, I would like to thank you, Professor Cartuche, for this wonderful opportunity, Dr. Archer, for providing also this platform for all of us, the students at UTPL. I'm just translating for Dani Mora, there on your screen.
Bien, por esta oportunidad grande de poder compartir y poder unirnos a esta voz que es el arte, todos levantar la voz por un solo motivo y unirnos en este lenguaje que es el arte.
Yeah, so we're all raising our voice through art. This language is giving us the tool to raise our voices and for this idea that we're so passionate about.
Extraordinario.
Bien, puedo decir que ha sido una grata experiencia para todos, tanto como para mi persona y como para mí, una excelencia tutoría por parte de usted, Mónica, por parte de la profe Claudia, y bueno, todos estamos bastante contentos por los resultados obtenidos y por esa gran oportunidad que la Universidad de Adelphi nos está brindando.
He's very thankful to his mentor, Professor Cartuche and Dr. Archer, that he felt so much support from their team. Also, he's very proud of the work that they are presenting as the posters and the ones that were in the selection process for the final that will represent the fall semester. But he personally feels that this was such a valuable opportunity for him, particularly because of the support of his mentors, Dr. Archer and Professor Cartuche, and all of the students over there at UTPL, that they all work together as a team.
Thank you, Danny. It's an incredible pleasure work with us. Please, I'd like to introduce Raphaella Borrero, other participants. Poster, please explain about this experience.
Bueno, buenas tardes con todos, qué gusto. Primero que nada, pues agradecer de verdad a todos. Yo creo que experiencias como estas nos hacen crecer como artistas y oportunidades como las que Inés, Clau, ustedes, Adelphi en sí nos brindan. Es algo increíble porque uno empieza como artista y cosas como estas nos dan muchas ganas de seguir adelante, nos hacen crecer muchísimo y aprender muchísimo.
So opportunities like this, we're very thankful to Adelphi University, to our UTPL University, Dr. Archer, Professor Cartuche for their support, because these we start as artists, but these platforms allow us to keep on growing and expressing ourselves. So we thank you very much for this opportunity. We're very grateful, she says.
Bueno, el proceso en realidad fue un poco nuevo para mí porque nos reíamos la vez pasada que estuvimos en una reunión viendo detalles para el póster. Yo les comentaba que no tenía ningún conocimiento en el manejo de Photoshop o este tipo de aplicaciones para realizar este tipo de flyers.
So she said the other day that they met, they were talking about the process and the tools that she had to come to know to be able to make this project, because she wasn't aware of all the Photoshop tools or the program itself. So she had to learn Photoshop to be able to create this poster. So that was a whole opportunity on it itself for her personal growth as an artist, to learn one more tool for her kid.
Y bueno, pues después de algunos videos de YouTube, juntando pues muchas lluvias de ideas, porque en realidad al inicio me frustré mucho al no saber qué presentar, pero después con el tiempo todo fue poniéndose en su lugar, cada elemento, cada idea que tenía lo iba juntando poquito a poquito e iba tomando forma, y es ahí cuando pude verlo al flyer y decir, me gusta y quiero presentarles esto, creo en mi trabajo, y eso es importante porque ustedes están creyendo en nosotros para realizar esta cosa que es algo muy, muy importante. Como sabemos, esto es mundialmente, es algo maravilloso, uno iniciando, tener oportunidades como estas. Entonces, nada, pues les agradezco muchísimo, me han enseñado algo nuevo y uno jamás para de aprender, ¿no? Así que nada, muchas gracias y estoy muy, muy feliz de estar aquí, muy feliz de que les haya gustado nuestros trabajos, muy agradecida con ustedes, con Clau, con Inés, con todos aquí presentes, con mis compañeros. Yo aprendo cada vez un poco más gracias a ellos, gracias a ustedes, y nada, pues más que todo crecer como seres humanos, ¿no?
So she mentioned, I'm going to just take the overall idea that she had to take a lot of YouTube hours and a lot of teamwork, a lot of brainstorming to be able to get the poster tools down, the Photoshop basically, right? Then from there, she started moving the components of the poster until she finally said, I really like this. It's going to be really nice. It's looking good. So she presented it, and she's very humble and thankful for this opportunity because it's giving her a platform of growth, of working together, of learning. And she says it's a global platform to showcase your work, to keep growing, to keep learning. And it's such a powerful initiative because she put all her effort into it, into learning. Her co-workers, her students, all of the team over there in UTPL work together because they believe in the power of art. They believe in the power of art for that social change, and that's why they put their 100% into creating these posters. And they're thankful for this opportunity that Adelphi University and Artivism is creating to showcase that poster because it's giving them personal growth. And she's also thankful to all her co-students here present and back in the UTPL University. She says thank you very much to everyone involved.
Unas palabras ahora de Andrea. Andrea Jaramillo, por favor, tu experiencia.
Hello everybody, my name is Andrea Jaramillo, and this has been an incredible experience for me because I've never done anything like this before. This was also my first time using some of the programs, like I used Adobe Illustrator, and I also had to watch a lot of videos in YouTube because I didn't know how to make some of the things that I put on my poster. And I think that this was an incredible opportunity, and I want to thank all of you for considering us to be part of this project. I decided to make my poster with bright colors because I was focused on youth, and I think that also art is not only about painting or drawing. I also think that art is dancing, producing music, sports, and also this experience. I take this experience as something new, and I am very glad, and I am glad that you decided to take us to consider us.
Hola, soy Stephanie Satama, estudiante de la carrera de Artes Visuales en la Universidad Técnica Particular de Loja. El ser partícipe de este proyecto me permitió llegar a conocer los alcances que puede tener el arte dentro de las realidades sociales, la cual se ve reflejada en el artivismo. Agradezco a Claudia Cartuche, docente de fotografía, y a Mónica Sarmiento, quienes fueron nuestras guías durante este largo proceso. Asimismo, a la Universidad de Adelphi por esta gran oportunidad.
Mi nombre es Adriana Llanza, soy de la carrera de Artes Visuales. Fue un proyecto realmente interesante, los maestros nos ayudaron mucho, tuvimos mucha la participación. Con la ayuda de los compañeros pude aprender bastante. Gracias a este proyecto pude aprender mucho. Con la guía de mis maestros y compañeros, estoy feliz de haber participado en este proyecto y la participación con mis compañeros fue realmente buena.
Hola a todos, mi nombre es José Luis, soy estudiante de Artes Visuales en la Universidad Técnica Particular de Loja. Junto a Moni y mi profe Claudia de fotografía, hicimos un proyecto en el que consistía en realizar pósters acerca del artivismo. Realmente para mí fue una experiencia muy gratificante y aprendí bastante acerca de lo que es el artivismo y cómo funciona y aporta a nuestra sociedad, por supuesto. Y también un poco a mis destrezas en la cuestión de hacer un póster o una especie de publicidad. Intentar darle pues lo que es ese poder a lo que es el artivismo mediante los colores y lo que es la tipografía. Y realmente estoy muy agradecido con ellas por la oportunidad que me han dado y también con todos los que forman el grupo de artivistas o el grupo de artivismo. Y bueno, muchísimas gracias.
Hola, soy Karen Pineda y soy estudiante de la titulación de Artes Visuales de la Universidad Técnica Particular de Loja. Mi motivación para realizar mi flyer fue el crear una composición de palabras a través de la idea principal, artivismo, mediante un acróstico, y de esta forma mostrar lo que conlleva, caracteriza e impulsa a la hibridación del arte y el activismo. Además, quiero agradecer a la artista Mónica Sarmiento por hacernos partícipes de este proyecto con Adelphi University y a la profesora Claudia Cartuche, que a través de la materia de fotografía nos permitió ser partícipes de esta gran oportunidad.
Ser parte de este proyecto ha sido muy importante para mí, porque no había planteado la idea de tomar el arte como una herramienta para generar cambios y transformaciones en el mundo. Creo que eso es algo que realmente no debemos olvidar nosotros como artistas. Ahora veo el arte como una escalera hacia el éxito, hacia un bien común. En este mundo que al parecer nos pide a gritos un cambio, creo que es importante no olvidarlo. Quiero agradecer a Adelphi por la oportunidad que se nos dio, por la confianza depositada sobre nosotros. Muchas gracias.
Hello to everyone out there. My name is Pamela Hurtado and I'm an Ecuadorian artist. The idea that I wanted to share with you with my flyer was an idea of an half-open door that we are still waiting to open completely this year. Artivism is hope for us, and that's who we really are, hope and light for everyone. Thanks for the hope and thanks for this opportunity.
It's our pleasure. And with that wonderful introduction of just a section of the students from the UTPL that participated with Professor Cartuche, I keep on emphasizing Professor Cartuche. Let's give her a shout out because of her great work. She was always present there, and Dr. Archer in guiding their students for this, all the posters that you saw there. Now we'd like to transition for a little bit with our presenters that are here in the chat, in the Zoom meet. If you can go back to your presentations and remind us of your takeaways. So perhaps if we can just take a little time to go about that and continue the conversation in a takeaway that will leave us for this first session of Artivism to something for action during our summer months.
First, let's welcome Mr. Arturo Farrell, who just joined in, I believe, from his car.
We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
You can hear me now. Okay. I was looking at, it's funny that I should be able to sit with you and talk about Artivism. Just looking at office space for my nonprofit and taking my love of music and what I've created, the education work, the performance work, the preservation of culture work, and seeing that you can be an artist. And so what my presentation was really about jazz as global citizenry. It was about how music, art, jazz, specifically jazz for me, is it's an obligation to serve others. And I think what's beautiful about your program is that that's what you're teaching these incredibly young, brilliant young people, that their responsibility as artists, as musicians, as singers, as poets, as dancers, is to serve society. And so, that's what jazz's global citizenry was all about, was looking at the history of race relations and socioeconomic oppression and the history of America and what it is and how it's done its people, and saying, no, we don't have to settle for this. We can be better. We can use our art to transform lives, to educate young people, and especially in marginalized neighborhoods, neighborhoods of socioeconomic, food insecurity. I mean, stuff like that. And that's so, it's such a beautiful thing to be able to share from conviction. And I just thank Adelphi and Carolina and the beautiful people that allowed me to speak about my work, because my work has always been about going into the community and giving back. And that's what art is really about, service to others. So thank you.
Thank you.
Extraordinary. Pamela,
would you like to give us a little bit of your takeaway from your presentation? That was the one that kicked off the event.
Ms. Tobar.
I guess the takeaway was thinking about representation. And you cannot create art for social change without there being adequate representation for the people who are directly impacted. And I was so appreciative that we had a venue with which to discuss that in a space where we weren't afraid of digging in the mud a little, in the mess of what is currently being presented in public art, and challenging that and thinking of more proactive, positive ways to represent all people when we think about these notions around public art and who it's supposed to serve and who's represented in that art, which I think is a powerful thing, very powerful thing. And the students too, we had a very engaging discussion with the students, and the students had so many poignant things to say. So that to me was one of the main takeaways from that first session, amongst the various themes that we discussed, but that was one of the main takeaways I had. And I look forward to hearing more feedback from the students going forward as these events are shared and developed. Very exciting.
Thank you, thank you. Ms. Anderson Barbata, what about you?
I have a hard time with the buttons, they hide. The question to me specifically, which is?
The takeaway from your presentation with Artivism.
My takeaway is a recommitment to the power and the importance of building networks of reciprocity and support between our communities that are stronger than, and they're stronger than any other kinds of networks of exchange. And I think when we do things from the heart and we support each other, that is the main motivation. And I think we can promote that future for all of us. Thank you.
Beautiful, yes, beautiful. We also have, let me see, we had Ana Motors. There we are, there we are. You want to tell a little bit about the event that you represented as student ambassador? Like, we can't hear you.
Sorry, I thought I had clicked it. I can, yes. Just for me in general, I think that I was just really inspired by just like all the different types of art represented. I think that it's so important to like break that, like, I guess like barrier of like what art should look like. And it looks like, you know, in many different forms. And also one thing, I lost my train of thought. One thing that I love about like what I learned through this like series of events is that like art is very universal, because before sort of this like Artivism movement, I feel like I didn't really think that I could be an artist myself. I really, going back to what I said before, I guess I really had a very specific idea of art. And yeah, I really do think that if you're sort of brave enough and you have like a strong message, you can definitely call yourself an artist, and you can make art out of your message. And yeah, I just love the universal aspect of it and how like everyone can dabble. And yeah, just really inspired in general.
I'd also like to point out that Anna, who is the president of the Criminal Justice Club, was instrumental in getting the Clothesline Project done in a pandemic, outside in the freezing cold. We got it done, and that made me think about service, about community, and how people showed up. We had an alum who came in, who graduated last year. We had a student come in from Washington, D.C. Anna was there all day. And because the Clothesline Project serves to express how different faculty, students, staff feel about interpersonal violence, it's even more powerful when I think about how Anna just procured an internship at the Safe Center Long Island, which she will begin starting in a couple weeks. So congratulations, Anna.
Congratulations, congratulations.
Thanks for the shout out. I appreciate it. Yeah, definitely. This event really inspired me to sort of follow and apply for this internship. And yeah, it was really fun. It was really cool to see everyone together and that we got to do that. So yeah, community is a really important component of Artivism, I think.
We're a little over time, but if you don't mind, perhaps we can just have Melanie share her experience, and then a couple of words from Professor Agelarakis and Dr. Archer from their presentations. Is that all right with everyone? Just a little bit.
Hi everyone, my name is Melanie Rosa Chavez and I'm a junior rising senior at Adelphi University. I'm double majoring in communication disorders and Spanish in the Lovemore Global Scholars Program. I'll try to keep this short because I know that we're a little bit over for time, but I had the opportunity to serve as a student ambassador for Silvestri and Yiru Chen for their Deaf Music Initiative. And this is such a phenomenal project to be able to work on and collaborate on and to just be informed on. They created a platform for students in the deaf community who are part of deaf culture to be involved in music and creating this performative art that may be restrictive or difficult to facilitate in other manners. For example, they were able to create vests that, you know, have different vibrations so that the students can feel the beats of the music. And it was just something so innovative and so informative and something just so beautiful that we traditionally wouldn't hear about unless people come up with these beautiful and creative initiatives. So it was such a wonderful opportunity to be a part of this initiative. And I'm so excited for all the future collaborations and to communicate with all of you in this wonderful community. So thank you so much for allowing me to have this opportunity.
Woohoo!
So that is my takeaway. Thank you, everyone. Best of luck, Felicia, with your girls.
thanking you for recognizing Felicia's promise. We are so grateful to just be recognized. My son is an artist, and he's in college, he's an artist, so I know firsthand the importance of art in children and young adults. It's really important, and so we're grateful to just be acknowledged. Thank you so much.
And we have a lot to look forward to. We have a full program. We're filling up our spring program with presenters from around the world, different initiatives, very diverse, very unique, very inspirational. We have from Poland, India, Greece, oh my God, South America, where else? Iran. So we have a very full fall and spring semester, always collaborating with our students, not just Adelphi, but other students as well. Hopefully we'll bring them in to be student ambassadors as well. So we're learning as we're going and we're growing. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to Adelphi and Sing for Hope and Goddessman Libraries, and to Stephanie for having us land in CJ.
Yes, that's great. Yeah, let's go. Funny.
Have a great summer. Best of luck.
Thank you to the Artivist committee. Thank you for the committee. You did a nice work. Dean Lally, thank you very much for your support.